The other point I'd like to make about the real value of fish, we've been talking about angling, commercial fishing, our love for biodiversity. There's another really interesting thing that fish can do for us that was really the first motivation for putting together this guide. And that is, we have 6 species of red horses in the warm water of the Great Lakes, and we then, of course, have the corygonids, the whitefish, and the ciscos, and the so-called herring in the cold waters. These are indicators of clean, high-quality water. And quality water for these fish means quality water for all the rest of our human uses. So learning to recognize and appreciate these fish is one of the goals we have for this book. Now there's one other point that is kind of new for fish biologists and managers to think about, but these are some ideas borrowed from Richard Levins to try to make us think a little more broadly. Everything is connected, but it takes some thought of the sort that Richard Levins has put into these kinds of problems to see how everything is connected. So consider this, which is, these are not his words. He wrote this for agriculture and fisheries generally, and I have just tweaked some of the words so that it will make us think about the applicability of this to our Great Lakes. And he said, or we can say, following him, when we consider the social efficiency of fisheries, its yield is the satisfaction of human need. It's such an obvious fact that we've been more or less missing. We must count its impact on a range of economic, social, and ecological criteria, including food value produced, economic viability, improvement of biodiversity, employment, conservation of water quality in the drainage basin, retention of cooperative members in the countryside, and educational advancement, and the general social and political participation of the fishing community. And this last point is one that is actually the basis for, and I'm just blank, the person who, the sociologist from Indiana who won the Nobel Prize. Ostrom. Yeah, Eleanor Ostrom. So this is an idea that is going to enter into our thinking about the Great Lakes as an ecosystem that's kind of a special part of the whole planet, and I hope that we will all have occasion to think a little bit more about it when we pressure our legislators to do the right thing to protect the Great Lakes. So thank you.